They tried to bury this. Jada Pinkett and Allie Carter. Allie Carter helped hide Jada's daughter. This is the connection they don't want you to see. The truth is out. Justice is coming.
This is what's going to happen. All parties, right? And the people, the men that you hit with deals.
He hid his daughter from her mother. While her mother was locked up, he kept the child a secret. It's better this way. She doesn't need to know.
Where is my baby? Please tell me.
The second time I seen him was at his home in Las Vegas, Nevada.
What you're about to hear doesn't come wrapped in certainty. It comes layered in claims, accusations, emotion, and a storm of voices all talking at once. Some whispering, some shouting, and some demanding to be heard after years of silence. It begins with a story that sounds almost impossible. A man says he saw him, not once but twice. The second time, he claims, was inside a home in Las Vegas. And from there, the narrative spirals into one of the most persistent conspiracy theories in modern pop culture, that Tupac Shakur never really died. According to this voice, everything the world believes might be part of a carefully constructed illusion. He insists Tupac is alive, still moving in the shadows, still creating music, still existing within the very industry that once claimed him. There are even claims, wild, unverified but confidently stated, that he was spotted years later, allegedly altering his identity, avoiding detection, slipping past the system. The kind of claims that spread like wildfire online, fueled not by proof, but by curiosity and the human obsession with unfinished stories. And then, without warning, the tone shifts. The conversation turns aggressive, personal, direct. Accusations begin to fly, particularly toward Jada Pinkett Smith. There's anger in the voice, frustration, and a challenge, almost like a public ultimatum.
You get pressured, stalked, and hunted down for your own information.
There was many things that happened and he got set up for a little bit to still be able to live his life and still be.
Legal threats are mentioned, deadlines are set, and the speaker makes it clear. If action isn't taken, more revelations will come. Names will be named. Stories will be told. But before that tension can fully settle, the narrative pivots again, this time into something even more complex. Now we're introduced to Allie Carter. For years, she has been speaking out, making claims that many dismissed as attention-seeking or delusional. But recently, those same claims have started gaining traction, not necessarily because they've been proven, but because more people are listening. Her central claim? That she is Tupac's daughter. At first glance, it sounds unbelievable. Even now, there is no confirmed evidence supporting it. But what's fueling the conversation isn't just the claim itself. It's the idea that people in powerful positions might have known and chosen to stay silent. According to the narrative being pushed, Allie didn't just suddenly appear with this story. She had already been speaking out about alleged dark experiences within the entertainment world. And whether people believe her or not, her intensity, her emotion, and her consistency have forced some to take a second look.
You get abused and re-victimized again by people who wanted to argue a back and forth.
Go look it up yourself. You think I'm scared of you?
The theory goes deeper. Some speculate that if her connection to Tupac were ever confirmed, it would give weight to everything else she's been saying. And that, according to supporters of this theory, is exactly why certain individuals might not want that truth acknowledged. Because it wouldn't just change her story. It would change everything. The narrative paints a picture of someone who claims to have endured things no one should ever experience. Someone who says she wasn't just a witness but a victim. Someone who insists that speaking out has come at a cost, a heavy one. She talks about losing her home, about being exposed, about feeling hunted rather than protected. And whether or not her claims are true, there's no denying the emotional weight behind her words. The kind of pain that doesn't sound rehearsed. The kind that makes people pause, even if they're skeptical. Then comes another twist. According to her, her connection to Tupac was severed at birth.
This week, like that fucking mattered. Okay, you had Stu Peters and Timothy Charles Holmes.
Everybody thinks he faked his death. He's not dead.
She claims there was a deliberate effort to separate her from her biological roots, involving actions that, if true, would be deeply disturbing. Again, no verified proof, but the story continues to spread, fueled by curiosity and controversy. And right at the center of all of this, Jada Pinkett Smith. Her name keeps coming up, not as someone making claims, but as someone who might know more than she's ever said publicly. To understand why, you have to go back. Long before fame fully took over their lives, Jada and Tupac shared a bond that has been described as rare, intense, and deeply personal. They met as teenagers, connected instantly, and remained close even as their paths took them in different directions. Jada has always maintained that their relationship was never romantic, but her words about him and his words about her tell a story that goes beyond ordinary friendship. He wrote about her with admiration, with respect, with a kind of emotional depth that's hard to ignore. And she, even years after his death, continues to speak about him with a level of affection that hasn't faded.
Right? The LAPD went out and covered that. Look it up on TMZ.
Seth going back and forth and nobody has even bothered. Not that I give a damn and not that I understand.
Which is why people now ask, if anyone would know the truth, wouldn't it be her? But that's where things get even messier. Because alongside Ali's claims, another voice enters the conversation. Brother Bilaal, a former assistant connected to Will Smith. And he doesn't hold back. He makes explosive allegations not just about Jada, but about multiple figures in Hollywood. Claims that are shocking, controversial, and once again unverified. According to him, his statements led to direct confrontation. He claims he was threatened, followed, and pushed to stay silent. Eventually, he filed a lawsuit, turning what started as online accusations into a legal matter. Now, the situation isn't just gossip anymore. It's conflict, legal tension, and a growing audience watching every move. Meanwhile, the internet does what it always does: divide. Some people believe Ali completely. They say her emotion is real, her story too detailed to be fabricated. They argue that history has shown us time and time again that truth can sound unbelievable at first. Others
Tupac got caught on TMZ in 2009 after he burned his fingerprints off, and everybody said
That you guys are going to be that selfish, but nobody has bothered to apologize for all the
remain skeptical. They point out the lack of evidence, the scale of the accusations, and the dangers of accepting such claims without proof. And then there are those who sit somewhere in the middle, unsure, watching, waiting. Because in a world where secrets have been exposed before, people have learned not to dismiss everything outright. So now the question isn't just, is it true? What if even a small part of it is? What if there are pieces of this story that haven't been uncovered yet? What if the silence isn't just coincidence? At the end of the day, no confirmed evidence has proven that Ali Carter is Tupac's daughter.
look it up. Go look it up yourself.
hell that has happened. But you guys were arguing back and forth, and in that meantime, we lost our home.
No official statements have validated the accusations being thrown around, and the people at the center of this storm have either denied involvement or remained silent. But the conversation isn't slowing down. If anything, it's just getting started. And now the spotlight turns to you. What do you think? Is this another internet-fueled narrative built on speculation and emotion? Or is there something deeper here, something waiting to be uncovered? Because one thing is certain. Stories like this don't just disappear. They evolve.